Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Scenic Root Astrology. My name is Makayla, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Aquarius Full Moon that's happening tomorrow on June 23rd, 2021. Yeah, I know what year we're in. At 10:36 p.m. This is happening at 0 degrees, 26 minutes Aquarius. So, very excited to bring this information to you like I always am. I love working with the moon energy. I think it's super, super powerful, and it is continuously showing me how it works and how it manifests into reality when we work on the inner reality and work with the emotions and the intuitiveness that comes with the moon, and it just literally shows up in the world for me. So with that being said, I'm excited to talk about the Aquarius new moon. So I'm going to share the screen in a minute, and just to show you the chart and hopefully help you figure out like where to find out where this is going, whether this is happening for you. If you're completely new to astrology, just take everything step by step with a grain of salt. You can definitely learn. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. There's a lot of information. You can totally get into this astrology world vortex once you start learning about your chart and want to learn all the things, but just have patience. And I think really stepping into working with the moon energy and understanding the moon's transits is a great way to get to learn your chart and more about yourself and what is emotionally happening for you, because our emotions play such a vital role in how we navigate through the world and manifest our own reality and grow and evolve and all the things. So let's not hide our emotions, everybody. Let's get into them deeply. Yeah, so here we go. So first I want to say, before leading up to this Aquarius full moon, the energy's been intense the last few days. We've had a Sun in Cancer opposition to Pluto and Capricorn. And really what I feel like this manifested out as was places where we needed to establish a sense of inner security, and it was opposed, or there was a conflict of some sort, a balancing act of some sort with an exterior authority, or an exterior belief, or some kind of exterior dynamic where our inner security felt like it was being challenged or being put off balance or out of place. Or you could have been putting your own inner needs and security and sense of safety outside of yourself, where that didn't make you feel really good and it made you feel uncomfortable. And perhaps you needed to reevaluate where that inner security needs to come from, which is in that sentence itself. It needs to come within. I deeply feel that we all need to learn how to nurture ourselves and to provide for ourselves, parent ourselves, provide our own sense of safety, and realize that that really needs to come internally. And that is a very much growth process, and at times that parts of ourselves will be taken away, or we'll feel like they're challenged, or they're not met, and it's an opportunity to realize that we can go inward and we can find out deeper the reasons why that we feel so unsafe, right? And what we need to do in order to claim that power back within us. Okay, so that was going on this last week, and I spoke about it on my Instagram. So if you want to dive in more to that, I do have some stuff up there that I posted on IG about those transits. So after, the cosmic universe gave us that wonderful gift, we are stepping into the Aquarius full moon, where we get to step into our own authenticity. We get to be ourselves. This is a calling to Shine the light. The sun in Leo is opposing the moon. That's why it's a full moon all the time. Every time it's a full moon, the sun will be shining and reflecting on the moon, illuminating all of its glory. And we get to see where we are being authentic, or maybe we're not being authentic enough yet. Okay, and this is a electric vibe that should come in through your energy, where, you know, it's asking you to really reflect and look. And I deeply suggest taking some space from people, from friends, families, groups, coworkers, whatever, just a little bit of space, even if it's like 2 or 3 hours for a day, to reflect on yourself and ask yourself, am I being completely authentic in my life? And am I living up to my truth and my true honesty and my true self? Okay. And I really encourage this because, you know, if you have been following astrology, there's a lot of talk how we're stepping into the Aquarian age, which is true. I mean, we have some odd years, but the energy is felt now. And we're all being asked to leave this immersion from the Pisces era and step into our own individuality and our own truth and our own uniqueness. And actually, every single individual within ourselves finds this sense of liberation and freedom within our being. Okay, we all have Aquarius in our chart. Okay, so there's we all have Uranus in our chart. Okay, and we all have an 11th house in our chart, and these are all related to the Aquarian archetype. Okay, so we all have these areas and these parts of ourself and our psyche that call for us to step into our own individual uniqueness and what we can bring that is so different from everybody else in the world. Okay, and this is so important for you to realize that you are completely, absolutely 100% a beautiful gift. You are your own individual soul. You don't need to place your power outside an exterior people or events or networks or attachments to things, because you are enough. You are truly enough as who you are. So we have another Aquarius full moon. So we have 2 back to back, which is at the end of August. But I'll get into that video come August. This one, I think, is it's in the decan of Uranus. So I think this is really highlighting that electricity and that vibe to accelerate and to illuminate where you are not really feeling authentic or truth within yourself, and to let that stuff go, like let it go, and not feel bad about it either, and grab the energy, grab the opportunity to move forward, because this energy wants you to accelerate and become who you need to be. Like, you have a purpose here on this earth, and your soul came here to evolve and to grow and to help other souls evolve and to grow as well. We're all connected, but yeah, so I'm going to share the chart and then continue gabbing. Let's see. Shares. Okay, I had to stop the last recording because I lost some space on this computer. So I'm back. Let me share the screen again. Here we go. So here we have the moon in Aquarius opposing Leo, and this Leo energy down here really wants you, to step into your authentic self, express your own creativity, be unique, completely yourself, vibrate, love, and all those like really warm Leo vibes. Highly encouraging that, especially during Leo season. And we just had this Mars and Venus conjunction where we could establish and realize what kind of new patterns that we wanted to establish within ourselves, expressing this Leo energy and this nature, which I have a video on my YouTube that you can check out. I also have a couple posts on my Instagram, again, that you can check out on that. So as we're stepping into this sun quality, and really the sun is, igniting like our personal sun in our chart as well, and telling like our personal sun, wherever it is in your chart, to like be more authentically you. We have this full moon in Aquarius that's showing you where you can accelerate yourself in your evolutionary growth even more, because your chart wants you to accelerate and grow. You have had, and you've been many, many lifetimes before, different versions of yourself. And now you have an opportunity to develop even more into your individual nature, and what feels good for you, and what is your truth, what is your inner genius, things like that. So this is really about liberation, okay, and not feeling like you're going to be judged by those around you. And an example I can give with this is, like, say you are close with your family, you have a good family, or even if you don't, whatever, you're just, you talk with your family and you realize that they just stay in the same belief patterns, or the same structures, or the same thought patterns, and the same thinking, and you don't think that way. You are like the one person in your family that just thinks differently. Well, you're here to break those constraints in the family. You're here to break the boundaries, to think differently. And so because you think differently from everybody else, you can feel rejected by your family, or you can feel isolated. Okay. You can feel unloved or unwanted, alone, all these kind of things that can come with being unique. Okay. But you're here to carve a path and a pathway and accelerate into being your true self and your true nature. You have to let these other opinions for now fall to the wayside, so that you can actually be stronger within yourself. Cultivate this really strong grounding to be yourself, because your sense of self wants to accelerate, it wants to evolve, and it wants to grow. And you might be called rebellious. Okay, but you're not. You're being who you are, and what your soul came here to be, and what you need to be. Because if you suppress yourself, you're not going to grow, and you're going to be confronted with situations and scenarios that aren't resonating with you, and aren't feeling true for you, and make you actually feel uncomfortable, because you're not able to step into your true authenticity. Okay, and that's what really matters. We really are stepping into this Aquarian age. We're really being asked to bring our own Promethean fire. I encourage everybody to actually look up the mythology of Prometheus, which maybe I'll make like an extra video on it. But really, like, have that ability to, during this time, at least around this Aquarius full moon, let it illuminate for you who is saying what. And just be like, listen, I value your opinion. Your opinion matters to me, because you matter to me. But right now, like, I really need to validate my own truth and my own individual nature, and I'm not resonating with that, and I just need time for reflection, so that I can continue to be who I came here to be. Okay, because your unique self wants to be illuminated during this full moon. And then I think once we get into as you can see, it's falling, the full moon is falling in the Uranus deacon, where we're really being accelerated and being electrified to be our true self, right? It's running like electricity through our veins. I think during the next month's full moon, when it's in the Venus deacon, then we're gonna be asked to understand how it is that we're being ourselves, and then how we relate to others. Okay, and then we'll be bringing in the Libra archetype into that nature. Libra side of this later on next month. I believe that we really need to know who we are first, and be able to know what our needs are, and how we show up in relationships with other people, and not just romantic, but like just relating with other people in general, so that when we have this balancing, this scaling act, when we have a communication, a relationship, some kind of dynamic with somebody else, we're so strong in our needs and who we are, so that other people don't throw our scales off and they don't tip us off and throw us in a spin or out of control. So this, be aware, like it's okay if you feel alone, and it's okay if you feel isolated during this time. It doesn't mean that is going to be forever, but it just means that maybe it's a sign that you got to find the tribes that resonate with you, or you have to recognize and accept where other people are in their own individuality and their truth. And that's a huge part actually of this too, is accepting that people are different from you as well. So you're allowed to be unique, just as the other people are allowed to be unique. And this ties into that humanitarian Aquarian nature, where everybody is special, but like nobody specific is special, because literally everybody's special. And I'm not saying that you have to get along with everybody around you, but if you can just accept your indifferences, how much easier will life be, or will life flow to you and energy flow to you? Okay. And this is really a way to like raise your vibration as well, is to just be so strong in who you are. And if you are confused about who you are, astrology and learning about your personal natal chart is a great way to validate that, to back it up for you, because the energy is there and it explains it there. And you don't, of course there are shadow dynamics to every archetype, and we want to work on the stuff that doesn't make us feel good. And I always like to resort to Abraham Hicks's scale, emotional guidance scale. Okay. And that would be a good way to get into check if you're playing into a shadow dynamic of an archetype, or if you're playing into a positive dynamic of an archetype. Okay. Because if it brings you joy, then you're probably doing a great job, right? But if it brings you despair and depression or hate and anger, you're in the lower vibrational feelings, and you're probably expressing a low vibrational energy of an archetype. So there's ways to check in with yourself, whether like your chart is able to be itself, but are you and if you're questioning yourself too, you're on a really good path. You're on a really good self-actualization path, because that just means that you're trying to explore who you are more, and you're trying to be the best possible version and high vibrational self that you can be. And this is an ongoing journey for everybody, and when you get into the astrological community, you will see that people from all different parts of the world, all different ages, all different backgrounds, educations, and all of that, we are all continuously trying to evolve and grow. And so I use astrology. It is a beautiful gift. It's a lifelong tool for you to navigate your purpose and your sense of direction, and to deeply discover who you are even more. And it's a beautiful thing. I feel like I'm going to get emotional over this because I just want everyone to realize like how amazing that they are, and to not have these judgments or feel like they can't be themselves, because society has been so judgmental for too long, and so ostracizing and just like ridiculous on so many levels. And so here I feel like the astrological community, being an Aquarian community in itself, is here to bring a revolution to the community, so everybody can be accepted and feel empowered and just be living into their soul purpose, whatever that is that may be. I also really want to throw in, I've been doing a chakra healing course from Tom Jacobs, who is phenomenal. And I really highly recommend his chakra course to everybody. But I did want to touch in on something that I learned in his course, which is, healing that root chakra, which is at the very base of our chakra. And if that is blocked, then all the others get blocked. Okay, so you start from the bottom and you work your way up. And he suggests getting red jasper as a crystal to work and hold with, and use grounding meditations. And he has a free grounding meditation on his website. And to get grounded every day, and then to heal that chakra that really gives you that inner sense of security within yourself, and the part of you that will tell you you're safe and secure. You can buy his course, but basically when we are born, that root chakra is imprinted by all the trauma that comes along from what we were born into, and then also our like infantile experiences and stuff like that. So it can get traumatized and can get blocked because, again, we didn't feel safe, we didn't feel secure, and it's an area where we need to develop that inner sense of security for ourselves, within ourselves, so that we can build up the rest of our chakras on top of that. Okay, but it's really this self-autonomy right here to develop. Okay, and I think that focusing on the root chakra during this Aquarian full moon series that we're going to be having, the next two, will further help you step into your true individual nature, and feel okay doing that. Really, again, taking the time and the space to reflect on what it is that you need to express or you need to do, so that you feel like you can just be yourself without the judgments of everything else, and then feeling stable and secure within that part of yourself as well. And then so you can break out into the world, and you can be you, and there's no judgment. There is no judgment in my community, at least if you are a part of the Scenic Root astrology. There is no judgment. I see everybody for who they are, and that is a gift. So for everybody to be who they are, and I deeply resonate with that. I have North Node conjunct Mars and Venus in the 4th house of Aquarius, so I deeply resonate with this energy, and it's very important to me. And the more that I can help others also just feel really empowered and being their unique self, because that is what you need to do, and that is totally gonna bring a revolution to the world and to humanity. So I will stop the screen share for now. And again, so if you are interested in discovering more about your chart, if you're deeply confused still, please feel free to reach out to me. You can email, you can find me on my website. I will link it down below. You can find me on Instagram. I will link that down below. You can always book a reading with me. I'm open for readings and deeply dive into your chart and what your sense of purpose here is, and how you can be your authentic self, unapologetically yourself. Okay. And everybody, I wish you the best during this full moon tomorrow. It's beautiful. And just remember that you have unlimited strength and potential once you start tapping into that. It is just a flow, a download from the universe, and it will never stop being there for you. Okay, so have a great night, everybody, and I will be back again soon. I'm actually starting to just do more videos on this channel on the current transits and stuff that I see that is really important. It'll be sporadic for now, but I will always be here for lunar guidance, of course. And yeah, so I'll be back again soon. Thank you.